It's the CalebDMTG Gathering Show.
Yeah, let's jam the main deck. Pyrokinesis build. I think I want some Ravenous Traps over these Tormod's Crypts. At least over a couple. Hogak has been getting a minor resurgence in Legacy. Traps a lot better than Crypt against them. I almost want Surgical over this Crypt. Hey, thanks, Alphine. Doomsday's tough. Doomsday is tough. You're not wrong. Usually I have a better go of it, though, when I jam it. Usually I do a little bit better than that. A little bit better than the 1 and 4. Than the pure and utter failure. This Goblin deck's a little bit more straightforward. Just jam and slam. Just wham bam, thank you ma'am. Yeah, so I've done a lot of leagues with this deck. Pretty much ever since Muxus was printed. Played a lot of this version. This build is actually porting the historic build of Goblins, where you're just trying to get Muxus down as quickly as possible, and then went off of that. The advantages that this deck has over the historic build is that we get to play all these lackey effects, really increasing the chance that we have a turn 2 Muxus. Not something that you can do in that format, right? And then our ramp spells are good too, like Cavern of Souls, making our goblins uncounterable is really good. Uncounterable Muxus, right? And then we also get to play Ancient Tomb and Chrome Mox, both of which are really, really good. So yeah, it's not really like we're playing a historic deck, but there are a few overlapping cards, like the Chiefs and the Muxus themselves. I have considered Chalice main deck. The issue with Chalice is that it's not a hit for Ringleader and it's not a hit for Muxus. I don't actually want Chalice in all my matchups. I've been winning more games from Pyrokinesis, that's why I'm playing Pyrokinesis main. Chalice has actually gotten worse. There's a reason I'm only sideboarding 3 Chalice instead of 4. Chalice has actually gotten worse in a lot of the matchups that like a Chalice for 1 would typically win. They're all like playing Oko and shit now. A lot of them don't even care that much. The number of times I've resolved a Chalice on 1 against Delver and like still lost the game is way higher in this current Legacy than in like any other Legacy I've played. So at this point, I'm repeating Doreen's Jazz, but this album started at the very start of the stream. I'm down to switch it up to play a different playlist, or I'm down to listen to it again. This is only the second time I've heard this album. Totally fine to let the jazz keep rolling. You're loving the jazz? Alright, I'll keep it on. Updating Stream Decker right now. Yeah, no Snoop. The historic version of the deck doesn't play Snoop because it wants to. It plays Snoop because there's not enough good goblins. Snoop doesn't actually help you play Muxus faster. We're actually trying to skip that spot on our curve. Warren Instigator is much better on turn 1 than on turn 2. If we play Warren Instigator on turn 2, we're like not happy. And then Ancient Tomb and Chrome Mox are trying to skip us to this part of the curve as quickly as possible. We're not actually trying to like ring-a-dink around with value 2-drops. I had the 2-mana token producer in here for a bit, because that one at least plays well with Prospector, but I ended up cutting it. Not 100% that was correct. When it's just you working on a deck, it's really hard to be confident in your card choices, especially when cards are close. You wish we were on the play? Me too. Turn 1 Lackey. Turn 1 Lackey, turn 2 Chieftain. Put in a Krenko. Might even just be a turn 3 kill. No Muxus required. The cool thing about this hand is that even if the opponent kills the Lackey, we still have follow-up gas, right? We still have some juice in the old caboose. I'll wait until our turn to Pyrokinesis, in case they have days, of course. How good would it have been to top deck Shatter Skull Smashing instead of Cavern, huh? Then we could have done everything we wanted this turn. Force of Will's a bummer. Trading pitch cards here. We could play the Chieftain and still get in 2 damage this turn. The issue with that is them just like playing bolts and annihilating my board. I guess they get to do that with Krenko regardless. This is kind of the issue with Goblin Lackey. So like if we'd gone turn 1 Chrome Mox into Warren Instigator, they wouldn't be able to make this play without an answer to the Lackey, because Warren Instigator like demands blockers, right? I mean, they'd be chumping with element. We'd at least be able to attack with it, is what I'm trying to get at. The Lackey's just dead. What if Chieftain's even better than War Chief? Oh, we don't have War Chief anymore. They go pitch to the Pyrokinesis. They're probably just jumping with the Elemental, but I think trading with the Pyromancer is totally fine if they wanted to do that. Lackey fucking sucks anyway at this point. Yeah, if you're gonna hang out with folks, I think it makes a lot more sense to like go for a walk, well spaced in a park or something, have a chat, rather than like go inside a game store and breathe the same air at each other for a while, stew in each other's juices. Yeah, I think the game came down to that Pyrokinesis turn, them having the Force for me. Yeah, for sure. Doing role-playing games online. I've heard a lot of people doing that, keeping their campaigns going. Alyssa's DM, unfortunately, had bad experiences doing that before. Apparently he was in a play group that had like 4 people that were meeting in person and then 1 person meeting online, and that had worked like really poorly for him, so he was just super against it. So her game just isn't happening. Which is a real bummer for her. Real bummer for them. When we hit the dance floor, they call us sweet. All the couples out there can't compete when Lulu's back in town. You can tell all my friends, all my Harlem croquettes, Mr. Otis regrets that he won't be around. You didn't want to chain me? Yeah, chain lightning face would not be amazing here, because I'd be able to chuck it at the Dread Horde and just lose their card. Yeah, essential workers that literally need to be doing their job so people can get food didn't necessarily make the choice to contract COVID because, like, you had to hang out with your friends. And the nurses that you expose when you go into the hospital, they're not necessarily doing their job with the idea that, I mean, it's kind of shitty to do that to them, huh? Their job's been a whole lot more stressful in the whole COVID business. Especially folks that also have to, like, take care of elderly relatives at home and whatnot. Let's see, so there's Muxus. I think we do run out Cranko at this point. We're getting close to the point where, like, if they're not chainlining Cranko, they're gonna be chainlining my face for the win. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, so even Ancient Tomb off the top isn't gonna do it for me anymore. Guard yourself, says Nurse here. Stay the fuck home. Yes, I getting a whole tuxedo friends. Got to sew a button on my vest. Cause tonight I got to look my best. Well, Lily was back in town. Gonna find a hopper buck somewhere. Find my shoes and comb my hair. Tickle my chin with food in there. Cause Lily was back in town. You can tell all my friends, all my Harlem croquettes. Yeah, so Ancient Tomb no longer out, huh? With that flashing back the chain lightning there. Will you tell the mailman not to call? I ain't coming home until the fall. Then again, I might not be home at all. Cause Lulu's back in town. I said Lulu's back in town. Oh my Lulu, he's back in town. Oh yeah, it's gonna be a party tonight. Oh my goodness. Oh boy. Uncounterable turn 1 lackey with Pyrokinesis to clear the way. Not good enough. I'm actually not sure if I should be leading in Pyrokinesis in this matchup. I'm also not sure about Rebs. Sometimes killing a Delver is really key, really important. Well, you only have so much space, right? You still want to play Goblins, do your sweet, sweet thing. I want to keep Lackey in on the play. In game 3 on the draw, I'm gonna cut them because it's hard for them to actually get in.
Come on and ease on down the road. Come on, ease on down the road. Won't you carry nothing that might be alone? Come on, ease on down, down.
Yeah, 1.5% of people is millions of fucking people. It's a huge deal. Have you seen the stats where they talk about like the number of days with like the greatest number of deaths in history, and like compare them to wars and famine and stuff? And COVID's just up there near the top, even with like all the advances of modern medicine. Fucking wild. Getting the Civil War's at the top. The thing about the Civil War, the thing about like all of the wars, like D-Day isn't even at the top. The thing about all the wars is that like there's a lot of fatalities, but they tend to be spread out. Like there'll be a huge chunk of deaths, but it'll be over a time period. Yeah, I guess I keep this. And put back smashing. And I think we just go Cavern Pass instead of for turn 2 Matron. Yeah, right, Hidden Wall. There was, when they thought that they had it beat, everyone like went out and partied with the Spanish flu, and then there was this second wave, and the second wave was like way larger than the first wave was. They didn't have vaccines though. That seems fine. It's instigated rolling, maybe. Oh yeah, I wasn't saying that the vaccines were gonna solve everything, but it should definitely help the second wave if there is one. Certainly an advantage over what we had in the times of the Spanish flu. You think enough of the vaccines to matter is still a year away? The number I heard was June, but that number could be wrong. Could be super wrong. I obviously don't know shit, right? I'm just some fucking guy. I try and stay informed. I try and read up on it, but end of the day, I am still just some fucking guy.
Ease on down the road. Come on and ease on down the road. Come on, ease on down the road. Don't you carry nothing that might be a load. Come on,
So the issue with grabbing Ringleader here, I kind of wish there was a Tarfire in the deck right now.
when you think you lost your mind and the steps you're taking leave you
The issue with grabbing Ringleader is they're gonna hit me with Delver down to 12, then we take another 2 to Tomb.
lost a little while. You just keep on strutting and you'll need that fire. Ease on down the road. Come on, ease on down the road. Don't you carry nothing that might be a load. Come
The riots, most of the articles I saw looking at the stats of the riots said that they didn't actually have much of an impact on the COVID spread. For one, there weren't really many riots happening. There were a couple of isolated incidents, usually of like outside instigators, than the actual protesters. And the folks that were protesting were all masking up, socially distancing as much as they could, trying to take care of hygiene. And then you're outside, right? It's a little bit different than people intermingling because they're like flaunting safety precautions. The people that were protesting weren't doing it because they wanted to, because they thought they had to. There was an injustice. People literally getting killed in a different way and trying to bring attention to.
Engines coming from all over town. Big chief singing gonna take 'em down. Shocky mo filo,
Yeah, so this does not look like the sort of game that we win with this matchup. In case any of y'all were curious. Having Cavern was nice. Having Cavern for Instigator was good. But now we're just dry. Maybe I should have gotten Prospector instead of Ringleader. And then a Mana Source off the top would have gotten me to an uncounterable Muxus this turn. Maybe drive-in theaters will become popular. I've heard about those working. Mark Ribier did a drive-in tour, which is pretty fucking wild. I'm sad I missed it. What was the injustice? Well, there were a lot of injustices happening. We're talking about Black Lives Matter. Discrimination in the legal system. Black people getting sentenced longer in crimes. White supremacists being allowed into police forces. It's a known thing, right? People getting executed in the streets for non-violent crimes. Kind of a big deal. Yeah, some police training's definitely to blame for sure. People being given like the warrior mentality instead of the protector mentality, making them more aggressive, more willing to shoot first. Punisher Skulls? The Punisher Skulls make no fucking sense. To anyone who's actually read Punisher. I haven't, I'm talking out my ass. But I certainly have seen the pages where the Punisher very specifically talks to cops that are idolizing him, and he's like, if you want an idol, look to Captain America, who is there to protect America. I'm just some violent guy. Why do you see me as an idol? If you're a police officer, a literal violent vigilante, murdering people without due process. What is wrong with you? Why would you think the Punisher would be a good emblem for cops, a good role model for police officers? I only know the exact wording, but that's the gist of it. The cases of police being punished for good behavior, such as reporting misconduct. Yeah, right? Yeah, some precincts are certainly worse than others with that. But I remember being, like, horrified reading stories about cops in New York. One guy trying to turn whistleblower, and so they had him committed. they literally had him committed in an asylum for over a week. And then they celebrated it by minting some challenge coins that had him, like, in the image of a rat in a straitjacket. Just the sickest fucking shit. Show you for trying to expose our corruption. If we didn't already have Muxus in hand, the Ancient Tomb would let us Mansion for it. Not sure if I would have kept the hand without Muxus. I think I want to spare. In case they play some weird sweeper. Was that good? I'm not sure. They might just, like, kill me, you know? That's the thing with playing this goblin deck. Like, they might just, I might just be dead. Who knows? Who fucking knows? We have plenty of damage in play, so there's no reason for me to jam any of this, really. Turn 3 kills good? Yeah, it's solid. Oh, good enough. Uncounterable Lackey into turn 3 Deadum. We saw Verdant Catacombs out of them. I think the most likely deck to play Verdant Catacombs is Turbo Depths. And our sideboard is not designed to beat that deck at all. It's really, really cold to that deck. Maybe this is wrong. Maybe we do keep in Pyrokinesis. I'm gonna keep Pyrokinesis in. Verdant could also be a creature-based deck, right? Might still want them. Song slaps. Song does slap. Not the best hand ever, but it does have some explosive potential, right? It does have some explosiveness to it. decks that we played? We played Elves, and we played Doomsday. And now we're playing this shit. I'm pretty glad I didn't bring in Chalice, now that I see that they're playing Mox Diamond. Tabernacle, huh? I'll just let it die. And the reason to let it die there is to play towards Muxus. So we're pretty close to just having that. Just being able to cast it. Hey, Salty Dong, thanks to the sub, thanks to 28 months. Playing War Chief here is pretty decent, because we can pay the mana for Tabernacle, and then it's still not making it harder to Muxus or what have you. Getting ground down, getting whittled down here with all this disruption.
Oh shit, what up?
Hey McMac, thanks for the sub, it's 8 months. What happened to Muxus? We haven't drawn a Muxus this game. Fair enough. So the Tabernacle's down, but now they have Cabal Pit. If they're just gonna loam anyway, doesn't really matter. They are, yeah. Now they can run on Tabernacle again. Alright, we're not gonna be doing anything for a bit here. Just gonna be hanging out. Just hanging out, just chilling. Well, California firefighters can become firefighters when they get out of prison. They just have to do very specific jobs. They can't be hired by the same company that hires them. Is the difference of being able to be like a county or a local firefighter versus a state firefighter. And the one that they're allowed to do when they get out of prison is the lower paying one, which is bullshit. For sure. Multiple walkers going. I'm fine calling this one, Doesn't look like a win for us. And here we are without any blood moons in the sideboard. Setting Chalice on 2 to turn off Loam is totally reasonable, actually. Definitely better than Pyrokinesis. Crater Maker's okay, Trash Master's okay. Let's bring in Surgical for Loam. I'm not really feeling the Ravenous Trap. And then I'm going to bring in Chalice. And just the one Chalice. Stay Threat Dense. How's it going? It's going alright, Soraka's Bananas. It's going okay. This hand is not what I'm looking for, right? It's not a turn 1 lackey, that's for sure. We can certainly chew through a lot of removal, but yeah, we're a little weak to a Wasteland opener. That is a cool anecdote. Yeah, anecdotes of like one incident. I'm not a fan of these people doing this because of this one thing that happened to a person I know. Don't actually hold much sway with me. If someone has experience at the job, they should be fine, right? If they don't actually have that experience, that's different. So grab the Muxus. Think about Ringleader in case we just like hit lane number 4 here. We could also do Matron plus Prospector. Sylvan Library coming in hot. God, are we just playing a lone sad Prospector? No, that's worse than playing Matron. I don't know what Matron does now, though. This is the situation where the stupid Sacrifice Goblin would be really nice. It would just get us there. It would just get us to Muxus by its lonesome. If we had one of those in the deck. That card also kind of good against Tarmogoyf, too. Not that there's a lot of those these days. Guess I'll grab a Lackey. Shrug. Yeah, no land here is really not what I wanted. Yeah, just like one Mod War Marshal, maybe. I had up to 3 earlier. I started cutting them. I'm not scooping to drop off honey, I'm scooping to not having a second land. To be clear. To be clear, I think that would normally be the sort of card we wouldn't care about too much, unless they were using it to answer a turn 1 Lackey. We had such a promising start to that match. And then our next draws just didn't pan out very well. Yeah, GG's. While you're watching an AOC bot, BK Rum, I'd be honored. Be honored to be considered an AOC bot. AOC's a national treasure. She's a fiercely intelligent woman who's getting severely underestimated. And I can't wait to vote for her for president. Country needs more AOCs. We do. We need a lot more. I found that the people that don't respect her intelligence also don't actually listen to her, right? Or the brain is so convoluted by memes that when she actually cites facts, they can't even recognize it. They can't even fact check anymore. Oh, that's fun, Caprolol.
Mardi Gras Day is family time. Mardi Gras Day is second line. Mardi Gras Day is barbecue.
Playing the War Chief this turn actually wouldn't have been crazy, and the next turn we could have lackied and instigated.
Mardi Gras Day we're gonna have some
I guess we can still do that. We can just like play the War Chief and then sack Prospector for lackey. And if they only have one blocker, we get a Muxus down. Streaming, yeah. Yeah, it is pretty awesome that we have someone in government that at least knows a little bit about modern technology. Isn't completely out of the loop.
Mardi Gras Day is Zulu King. Mardi Gras Day is everything. Mardi Gras Day is coconuts, y'all. Mardi Gras Day is peas from trucks.
The lone instigator. So the issue here is this Reclaimer, right? I don't know if they can just get Academy, or not Academy, but Tabernacle, similar to our lands opponent. If we paid 3, we'd be able to keep Muxus, and I guess a couple Lords, a couple War Chiefs. Oh, we'd keep Instigator, yeah. Would have been sweet if Muxus had found a +1/+1 Lord, yeah. Or a Krenko. Krenko might not be amazing though. Seems like an ambitious Dark Depths, but maybe that's the one way that they can get there, maybe. Does the Emery deck in Legacy have a Vintage version? I don't know if I've seen someone cast Emery in Vintage. I'm sure people have. The issue with Emery in Vintage is actually playing those baubles. Well, the baubles are very playable in Legacy because Legacy tends to last a few turns. But having a delayed draw in Vintage seems really bad. Usually when you're popping off in Vintage, you want to draw the cards immediately, so you can use them immediately and put the game away. So I'm not a huge Vintage expert. I've played a bit of Vintage. I'm certainly not up to date with the current Vintage meta. I could be super wrong about Emery, but that's my initial thought. That said, you could just get other gas that's not the slow trips, right? People play Arcbound Ravager in in Vintage sometimes. I guess I'm supposed to Krenko here. The Glacial Chasm, of course, is going to prevent me from getting in. I might give them enough time to kill me with this Dark Depths. John Fetterman. Yeah, John Fetterman's great. I donated to him back when he was mayor. While ago. When he was mayor, he made a commitment to every time someone was murdered in his town that he was mayor of, he made a commitment to have that person's name tattooed on him. Which is a little extreme, but also very metal and very awesome. Because that's what he ran on. He ran on driving down the murder rate and stuff. This is the sort of board state that makes me wish that I was playing the black one, 4-mana 1/1 that comes into play with a couple goblins that you can sack to drain the opponent. I've tried putting them in. It's weird. You have to muck with the mana base.
Oh shit, what up?
Pyrokinesis would have been good a bit ago. Only it does anything here. I think we actually just lose, huh? This crack map. If they're bending the Glacial Chasm here, does that mean that they have Loam handy? I'm just gonna Loam it. You just refunded Cyberpunk? Oh, that's a bummer. Was it buggy? Oh yeah, Soraka Bananas? Should have just mapped for stage and paid for Chasm. That's what I thought they were going to do, Pizza, and then they could have been protected for another turn. I thought they had it all locked up. Well then. Do we leave in Pyrokinesis just because it hits that 1-drop? I think the 1-drop's important to their deck. I don't think... This is another matchup where like having some Blood Moons in the sideboard would have been really nice. Better than these Thorn of Amethysts for sure. You don't think a stimulus would help? I don't know. I feel like when most of the world are taking some like common sense steps, we should probably also be doing that. Stimulus doesn't just help the people that get the money because they need rent relief and they're standing in food lines and stuff because they didn't make the unemployment cutoff because they thought they could like apply for a job, and then the pandemic hit them all of a sudden, you know. The stimulus package, like giving people money, doesn't just help those folks. It also helps all the businesses that they'd be spending their money on. Everyone down the chain. If you're gonna do one $1,200 check, it's like almost insulting to like cut it off there. Like, this'll do. Problem solved. That'll do it. Now live on that for a year. Like, what?
Now I know I've waited.
Definitely should have been a monthly payment. And then people that are still earning pay it back in taxes, and people that can't at least get to fucking survive and lose their homes. So when the pandemic's over, they can at least contribute.
Well, you make me feel so grand, yes. I want to harm the world to you. You seems to understand each voice.
But yeah, I'm aware, Lucariactyl. I'm aware that Canada's been handling things a little differently. I think we mull this. If we had a Chrome Mox, I'd keep with a turn 1 Instigator. Turn 1 Instigator, turn 2 Ringleader. That'd be a dream. Turn 2 Instigator, turn 3 Ringleader is a little slow. A little slow on the draw. I don't want to go too low. I might mull this as well, though. Alright. I don't even know if I play Lackey.
That's where my life began. Like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Well, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. Where my life began. Like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Well, Mary had a little lamb. The sneak was white as snow.
Yeah, Holy Dog. The issue is that the unemployment benefits don't hit everybody that's unemployed. If they did cover everybody, I would agree with you. If it did actually cover everybody that couldn't work. If everybody that applied for unemployment got it. Well, this fucking sucks. We get the free hit on turn 2. Just sitting here with the Lone Chieftain. Which I don't think we even wait to play off the Lackey, right? We're just gonna cast it. Get him 4 damage. So aggressive. A land that can go into Chrome Mox is pretty hot, you're not wrong. You're not wrong. Yeah, I think just having nothing here is ruining us. No Ringleader or what have you. Yeah, right, Gentle Jin? Yeah, I've heard a lot of stories like that. A lot of folks falling through the cracks of the old unemployment system. Well, Krenko was certainly a draw, huh? Krenko at least changes it to a two-turn clock potentially. So they got something for me. Oh yeah, they're just making it 2020. I missed that one of the cloud posts was Thespian stage. Alright, you win. Fair enough. Fair enough.
No one does those love scenes exactly like you. Well, you make me feel so grand, yes. I want to hum the world to you. You seem to understand each foolish little dream I'm dreaming. I'm scheming. I want to be a...
Yeah, Gentle Gin. People want to be like, okay, problem solved, and cut it from their brain, right?
Let it roll, let it roll, oh, man, let it roll.
Especially if they've heard of a case where, like, unemployments did help someone tremendously. And that person's all happy. Just thinking here for a sec. Want to change anything? Go to the next one. Pyrokinesis is so weird in this matchup. It's literally hitting like one thing. It's pretty important though that Lackey actually gets in. Like if they just have a 1-2 to brick us. I need to change the stream title. Do I? Edit stream info. Stream title says more legacy. What's wrong with that? Special effects works in the ED. Does that mean emergency department? Is that what it... That makes sense, I suppose.
Well, I missed the Saturday dance. Heard they crowded the floor.
Opponent's very confused why I have still have pyrokinesis in.
Don't get around much anymore. Thought I'd visit the club.
Oh, here we go.
Oh,
that's a fucking thing.
Don't get around much anymore. Well, now, darling, I guess my mind's more at ease. Oh, but nevertheless, why stir up whole memories? Been invited on dates.
And I think I can actually get Muxus down next turn, but we'll see.
Don't get around much anymore.
Oh no. Well, that wasn't impressive. But we made sure that we had a Goblin Lord in play, is the reason I did all that. Get the War Chief down, make sure the Muxus has haste. You don't know that you're going to hit another War Chief, right? And then this one's either going to grab Ringleader or Chieftain. Both are pretty good. Let's grab Ringleader. I think we get another trigger, so... Yeah, not the worst, huh? Getting Krenko here is probably super wrong. Should probably just be like chaining ringleaders together still. So hopefully we got enough damage in. This Glacial Chasm doesn't buy him quite enough time. No Goblin Settler, no. Needs a Sling Gang, yeah. I've monkeyed around with Sling Gang, trying to get it in. The Thespian stage helps out a lot, because they can just use it to reset the Glacial Chasm if they need to. Green Sun for 1? Okay. Yeah, we don't have any flying goblins or pinging goblins. Siege Gang would also do it at this point, right? Even over Sling. Because they're gonna have to let the chasm die, not on this next turn, but the turn after. We do not have Goblin Settler. I don't think I would play Goblin Settler. I think I would play Blood Moon. I don't know, maybe Settler would be more interesting.
Heard they crowded the floor. Couldn't bear it without you. Don't get around much anymore. Thought I'd visit the club. Got as far as the door.
Yeah, on board this seems like an answer, right?
Don't get around much anymore. Well, now, darling,
They go to 2, make it 20/20, and then next turn they let it die and just kill me with the 20/20.
why stir up whole memories? Been invited on dates. Might have gone, but what for? Awfully different without you. Don't get around much anymore. Well,
Yeah, I think they just need to come to the play on tap land.
don't get around much anymore.
Well, if your lackey's connecting on turn 2, usually you're winning that game regardless, Tycho Donald. Looks like they didn't have it comes into play on tap land. Which means I think we get to win. Why did I grab Ringleader for the second trigger instead of another Muxus? Because we already had a Muxus in play. So Muxus looks at 6 cards, and Ringleader looks at 4. But Ringleader puts a 2/2 into play already. And Muxus would be replacing the 4/4 that's in play. It'd be drawing neutral there. And this left more Muxuses in our deck, if they played some weird sweeper or whatever. I'd rather like Ringleader chain into more gas in hand, if the opponent clears our board with some weird nonsense. And just like pull threats from the deck. It's literally a difference of essentially 1 card too, right? 4 cards in a 2/2 versus 6 cards. Two more Krenko activations. I don't actually want to make Moto explode and restart the game. Sometimes that happens if you make too many tokens. I don't want my opponent to think I'm like exploiting a bug or whatever. Moto does have a token limit. But I forced the restart before pre-hitting the limit.
Up closer, walk with thee.
I don't think this works for the opponent. I don't think Thespian Stage does it. Because they have to let the chasm die here.
Jesus,
And And they don't have 2 mana plus the stage. Sweet. There's that one turn where if they just had a comes into play tap land, I think they would have gotten to win. But they didn't have a comes into play tap land. They had a Vesuva as their land drop for the turn, so we got to win instead. Cool beans. This hand on the play. I'd be tempted with this hand if we had an Ancient Tomb. So we like turn 2 Matron into Ringleader and set up for Muxus. Then we set it back though. Does he go to 5? What do you think, Chad? I think we go to 5. This hand does beat some decks. This hand does beat some draws. Just by having like uncounterable Ringleader. Like if we're playing against Snoko, this hand could actually just win. Let's fucking...
I'll be glad when you're dead, your rascal you. I'll be glad when you're dead, your rascal you.
Hate going to 5.
Say I
Could just win anyway, right? With a fast lackey, but...
I'll be glad when you're dead, your rascal you.
Anyway.
Said I'll be glad
Yeah, so depending on where I'm at tomorrow, I might just start streaming when the show's over.
be tickled to death when you leave this earth, you dog. Said I'll
Shadow Skull's actually sweet. If we're gonna draw a land, right? At least that one imprints on Chrome Mox.
be glad when you're dead, rascal you.
Oh, maybe I'm supposed to be running out Chrome Mox in case they play Thalia. Meh. Yeah, so I might just go live right then. I might just go live right at 4. I also might just want to go to sleep. I might just take a nap when I'm done. I took a day off pretty recently. So if I end up not doing my normal stream tomorrow, just the twitch.tv/magic stream, if I'm just like not up for it, if I'm exhausted or what have you, then I'll do a longer stream the day after. I'll do like a 12-hour stream after. Whatever works out. Just letting you folks know. I'm not really certain what my schedule is going to be the next couple days. Could be highly erratic. There's a rumor that Spiritmonger was a printer error. I thought Rancor was literally a printer error. That it was supposed to be 2 in a green instead of just a green. I thought that was a known thing. I just want to smash the Stoneforge right now, but should probably draw some cards. Oh, these are cards. Do I prefer more days off or shorter work days, ignoring what's better for the stream? I think my stream is better if I stream more days and then keep it shorter. Like, I think the 7-hour day is perfect for my brain in terms of the actual stream. I think my mental health is slightly better if I do like a 10 or 12-hour day and then a day off, and then, you know, if I split it up that way. Longer streams also tend to pull more people in. There's more time for the stream to grow. Catch people if I start a little bit earlier. So there's a lot of factors. There's a lot of factors involved. I don't know if I have a preference. Are they hitting my Chrome Mox? That's such a bummer. That's such a fucking bummer. Ugh.
Said I'll be glad when you're dead, you rascal you. I'll be tickled
So
when
they
you
put a sort of Fire Dice in hand.
Well, I invited you
So it's tempting to just slam Ringleader here, but I think it's wrong. I think we should be smashing the Skyclave so they can't Violin Sword and get a hit in. On the other hand, maybe I need this for mana, huh? If I'm getting to Muxus the hard way. Yeah, fuck it. Fuck it. Let him murder me. Let him draw cards. I'll also draw cards.
Oh shit, what up?
Hey, can it win? Thanks to the sub, thanks to the 30 months. Well, they're just trading? They're just trading? Maybe they don't have the 4th mana. I wasn't expecting that. Well, whether or not Stompy was good has no impact on whether Rancor was a misprint or not, Triflin. They've certainly printed worse cards than 3-mana Rancor before, right? War Chief into Instigator Muxus. Could do that, yeah. Yeah, we have a few different lines. A lot of cards are costed for limited play. Chrome Monk's probably our best draw at this point. So now we can only get up to 5 mana. Not quite good enough.
With jealousy when they see you out with me, I don't blame them, goodness knows. Honeysuckle rose.
Wish we could play War Chief plus something. Not quite our draw.
You're much sweeter, goodness knows. Honeysuckle rose. Well, now don't my sugar. You just have to touch my cup, oh, you're my sugar. It's sweet when you stir it up. When I'm taking sips from your tasty lips, seems a honey berry's drip. Your perfection, goodness knows.
Yeah, we're gonna play the Prospector, but you know what I mean, like something that uses the War Chief discount, something that's actually good. Oh, maybe I should have just smashed the Stoneforge. We can put a sword in or whatever. I think we just need the mana though. That's what we're tight on. Matred for Lackey would not guarantee us a Muxus. Oh, I couldn't because the land was ported. Yeah, you're right. And it's not worth going like Prospector, sack my board to kill a Stoneforge. Even if it is going to get to hit me and kill War Chief or something. Something. At least we're applying pressure, so even if they do like smack me with sword, we have some warm bodies. Some fuel for the old battlefield. Now they kill a Prospector. Well, if they kill Prospector, then we still have War Chief. Is why we ran out Prospector there. But thanks, friend. Oh shit! I should have sacked the. I shouldn't have F6'd the turn. I should have sacked in response to the trigger. It denies them a draw. Because then you have a target, then the ability has a target to any target and they draw a card. So the ability would fizzle if I sacked the War Chief to Prospector. I think I knew that. I think I knew that when I passed the turn, and then I just like literally forgotten F6'd anyway. I've been playing like a big dummy today. It hasn't been great. Yeah, I missed it, Taboo. I'm a big old dum-dum. Yeah, them having swords there is unfortunate for me. Ancient Tomb off the top would still be great. Land's pretty good too. I kind of just want a ringleader. Attack them down to fucking 5 here. The other line is to like Matron for another Prospector and run out Instigator. And then just like hit him for 2. Weird cyberpunk stream, yeah. Yeah, a little strange.
Just a little while to stay here. Just a little while to wait. Just a little more hard labor in this fast and solid grave.
Yeah, if you ringleader and find a 1-drop to play anyway, then I think it's just the best line. But you don't know that. You don't know that you're gonna hit a 1.
Then we'll go marching, marching over. Right on to the pearly gate.
Well, just a little while to stay here.
Gwent? I never played Gwen.
Little while to wait. Oh,
Never played that one.
just a little while to labor in the path that's always great. Talking
Sometimes the mini games in games are actually legit good.
in this slow and sinful state. Oh, no, we got just a little while to
I remember in
then we're rolling through heaven's gate.
in one of the Might and Magic games, I think it was the 6th one. Maybe it was one of the later ones. Yeah, it wasn't the 6th one. I think it might have been the 8th. I don't know. In one of them, there was like a tower defense / aggression card game where you would build your deck and then like attack the opponent's tower and build yours up. And they actually sold it as its own game. I saw it at Walmart. I was like, oh, that's the game that I fucking waste so much time on within my other game. Yeah, Stoneforge Mystic for Jit here. We're gonna lock things up. So even though we can resolve a Muxus on our turn, the opponent is leaving Caracas up, which means that they can bounce it back to our hand, denying us 1 attacker. We're still gonna cast it. Still better than playing a Ringleader. They got Batterskull? That doesn't make sense to me. I think Jit's better. Maybe they know best. Oh, do they want to lose the life from the clearing? Yeah, they are. What if we just played Chieftain? Just play Chieftain, play Prospector, serve. Make the Caracas look silly. If they have the swords, then we look silly, is the issue with that line. But if they don't have the swords, we get to win. They've played 1. If they swords Chieftain, then we, like, lose Prospector to Stoneforge Mystic blocking and get in 3 damage. And then next turn they have Batterskull and we're really sad. I understand the Muxus gets bounced. But it could just, like, drop some gnarly shit into play anyway. Thank you, Chamatron. Oh, man. Someone out there giving me credit. Well, that's fucking terrible for me, isn't it? Yeah, that's real bad. Gotcha, Mom. Yeah, fair point. Remember to do my fucking thing this time. Oh, they didn't draw that swords off of the extra sword hit we gave them. Yeah, somehow we've managed to play perfectly into their draw. Just choosing the slightly wrong path every single turn. We could still beat a Batterskull. It's certainly doable. Yeah, Triplin. Let's see. It looks like they talked about it. It looks like Wizards actually talked about whether Rancor was a misprint. Oh, but they don't know. Question: rumor has it the Rancor was really a card that was supposed to cost 2 and a green and ended up as green. Misprint or not, or just a last-minute change. Answer from Bill Rose, head of research and development. The short answer is I don't know. No one will ever know. As I recall, Rancor originally was 2 and a green, and it didn't have the death back mechanic, meaning it wouldn't return to your hand. In an effort to make some tournament quality creature enchantments, Rancor's cost was lowered to green. Then the death back mechanic was added. After that, the Magic developers disagree on what happened. There's a debate on Rancor's cost. The group who wanted Rancor costed at green argued it would be good but not broken. The green group believes they won, and Rancor was published as the development team wanted. The 3-mana group believes they won, but the lead developer forgot to change the file set to typesetting. It sounds like there's 2 groups of research and developers arguing, and the lead developer just like told both sides that they won and went with what they wanted. That's what I'm imagining happening. All right, land here. All right. All right, Muxus, you got some work to do, friend. You got some fucking work to do.
This whole wide world over, you'll never find a true love like her.
Not the best. Not the best. I was like, okay, let's get a Krenko, let's get a Chieftain, let's go. It's go time. They are not dead. They have a Batterskull. They can bounce Muxus with the Crocus on board. For 2, they can put a Batterskull into play off Stoneforge. The good news is we're not quite dead. We're pretty close. We're not quite there yet. We'll have one more chance at another Butter Muxus next turn. Outlook's a little bleak, yeah. 8? Well, they can do more than that. They can do 9, right? Just equipping the Germ to the Stoneforge Mystic here. and they can put me to 1. But 1 is not 0. They probably don't even want to pay to re-equip. But we'll see. Would we be dead if they got Jit instead of Batterskull? I'm not sure. Not sure at all. Sword to Germ is 8. Germ to Stoneforge Mystic is 9. As is, they probably just kill our War Chief, yeah, since they're not lethaling me anyway.
Then I died, stretched me out in Jackson Square. I want a Stetson hat and a box blank suit on my back.
What a grinder of a
I
game,
want a $50
where we really didn't do much.
attached to my watch pocket. I want the fellas
Just watch the opponent do things.
Going home in style. I want 6 crap shooters for pallbearers. I want 18 first girls to ship me around.
Post-board, we get some
Band to march down the street playing
some juicy equipment removal with the Trash Master and the Crater Maker.
They march my body home to get my rest.
Hey, Frosty Dog, thanks for the $10.
Down
Frosty says, Killer Boots, man. Thank you for being you. Hey, thanks for supporting the stream.
but they had
Hell yeah.
baby lying there, stretched out on that cold long white table. So cold, so fair, she was gone.
Gonna need a good one. Last turn was pretty weak, so we juiced it up. We've juiced up the deck. Nothing but Chieftains and Krankos. I don't think that's good enough. I think this would have been good enough last turn, but I don't think it's good enough this turn, unfortunately. Like, this would have won through them like blocking and gaining 4 life last turn, is what I'm getting at. With them at 9 and then gaining another 6. Not quite good enough. Probably needed a Krenko, yeah. I think if you hit a Krenko there, instead of like any of those other cards, except for Chieftain, if you hit Chieftain, Krenko, and then like the same number of Goblins, I think that wins. But this certainly doesn't look like enough. Prospector might have done it, because then we could have played out Muxus. There's only 1 Prospector left in the deck, though. It would have been a really unlikely hit. Yeah, our Prospector sagging the 1 blocked by the Germ. Yeah, also valid. Also valid. Let's see. Bring in the Trash Man, bring in Crater. And we're actually going to be cutting some Lackeys. Lackeys do not get in very easily against White Weenie. I'll leave 1 in. And we're going to bring in another Pyrokinesis. And this is what our post-board makeup is going to look like. I'd like to think that the cards that I shuffle change every stream. If that were true, would this Dingus Egg look so very worn? Sorry to crush your dreams. If I used 2 mana instead of colored mana for Muxus, I still wouldn't have been able to play the other Muxus from my hand. There's 2 War Chiefs. We would have only had 5 mana towards Muxus number 2. If you hit the highly improbable triple War Chief, then it could have mattered. Red mana after Ringleader. There's only one colorless left. It just would have been one more goblin. It didn't matter. The Dingus Egg is now a representation of your expectations, yeah. Can I offer you an egg in this trying time? Is there a reason to split the mountains? Yeah, sometimes people play Predict in Legacy. People don't play Predict in Legacy often enough for the amount of times that I have to explain why my lands are split. But if I didn't split them, then I would also have people asking why I'm not splitting my lands, so there's no winning. I'm just... I just need to stream less Legacy is what it is. I just need to just space it out so it doesn't wear down on me. 4 mana towards Muxus is good, but not having anything to do until turn 3 is bad. We'd keep this hand if we had an Ancient Tomb, or a 1, or even a 2-drop. If we had Instigator, we'd keep this on the play too. But I think we have to mull. This is better. I think I have to put Chrome Mox back, which is a bummer. Yeah, Cubleed. Yeah, it's definitely part of it. Definitely part of what I signed up for. Turn 2 play. Interesting. At this point, we just want, like, Matrons and, Ringleaders and Muxus and other such value. Oh my god, Path? Yes. I have to say, this is my favorite song about showing your tits that I've ever heard. I would like to thank Dreams Jazz New Orleans for giving us permission to listen to it on stream. Yeah, they can waste me. That's totally fine. Yeah, waste away, friend. We have a spare. Yeah, so I didn't want to play out the Ancient Tomb because I was worried about protecting it from Wasteland. I think we play out the Shatter Skull Smashing now. Since we have a Pyrokinesis here, I'm about to go to town. I don't know, maybe Shatter Skull Smashing is just good here anyway. Draw 4 seems good. It does seem good. Yes, the reason to not play the Ancient Tomb is you Ringleader, you find Muxus, and then next turn you have 4 mana from Muxus. The opponent can't Wasteland you off of it. Really don't care about this Flickerwisp. Just not going to care about that at all. Let's actually pitch cast here. So if the Flickerwisp comes back into play at end of turn, they can blink out my Shatter Skull, and then I won't have a land. So, rather than let them do that, I'm just gonna clear their duders, untap, dump more stuff. It would just be gone. It would come back as a sorcery and stay in exile. Or go to graveyard, whatever. It wouldn't be. Things come back as their face side. And sorcery obviously can't chill and play.
Girls with girls are dropping their pants for plastic pearls. What you see is never what you get. Well, New Orleans, the land that care for God. Food and fun that really hit the spot. Carriage, steamboat, and the streetcar ride. What a show, not much dough. Make you come right back for more. I'll meet you again on Bourbon Street.
I think I was actually going to hold on to Krenko in case they played Cataclysm. Just chill on it. And then at the Cataclysm, I sack everything but Chieftain, and then untap and do more stuff. Yeah, Pyrokinesis was good that game. They had some removal, right? They went like Sword's Path, but they didn't have any of the actual cards that we care about from their side. So that worked out well for us. Not sure if we turn one Instigator or Matron with this draw. Oh, Matron now. Yeah, let's imprint Instigator. Just a sec here. I can't remember which album we repeated earlier, whether it was Did Dad or the band. Is Vintage Goblins a thing? I tried to make it work. I couldn't. Gave her a shot. So this is a spot where saving Instigator might have been good, just so that I would have something to do on this turn. Sure. Do we imprint again? Yeah, fuck it. Let's ride.
If you get there before I do, over in that glory line, tell all my friends I'll soon be coming down. Over in that glory line, we'll hold on in the glory line. Yes, Savior will take me by the hand.
Never punished? Why would I be? Why would I ever be punished?
We'll hold on in the glory line. Yes, he's gone.
Why would that ever happen?
That holy bond. Yes, over in that glory line.
So a reason not to trade Flickerwisp there is so that they would have a have something to throw equipment onto. They might just go like Jit Equip here, like natural. Suits me just fine. I was gonna War Chief into Krenko, but I suppose we do this now. It's not bad. Let's see, so no discounts. I think it's still correct to play the Krenko from my hand now. Even without any discounts. Sack 4 goblins, and then... No, actually that's not, huh? Then you'd have another 4 goblins. Doesn't really help. Well, anyway. Lethal regardless. That draw made you swoon? Yeah, that was good. That was good stuff. My favorite part about that game was how good the pitch cards looked. Like, they blinked our Chrome Mox, and we imprinted again. And then we also had Pyrokinesis and just, like, gobs of cards anyway. One of the things that made me fall in love with this version of the deck, instead of the regular Vile Goblins, that tends to put up more results, is the fact that Chrome Mox and Ringleader play so well together. It's really pleasant. The main strength to the Vile list is then you get to play Wasteland and Port and whatever you want to do. So you can just actively disrupt the opponent while Vile ticks up. And then you play the normal Goblins game plan. Whereas this version's just trying to skip all that. I think they did realize they could Flicker Shadow Skull to Wasteland me, but when they blink Flickerwisp, it comes into play at their end of turn, and then I think that's what they were going to do. They just didn't expect Pyrokinesis. Well, it's a turn 1 Lackey. It's not even a Cavern into a turn 1 Lackey, though. Let's mull. This hand seems decent. Let's keep this and pitch Chieftain. That way if they bolt Lackey, we can follow up with Lackey. And if all they do is play a blocker, then we can go Matron for Muxus, and Pyrokinesis the blocker out of the way. And that's a pretty solid game plan. Let's see what they got. Let's see what the opponent's got planned for us. What's my least favorite magic creature type? Interesting. Interesting question. I don't know if I have a least favorite type. Yeah, I was taking here and I was like, oh man, I could put a Prospector into play and then sack the Prospector to play Lackey. And I was like, wait a minute. Wait a minute. There's a more direct way to go about this. Oh yeah, Pyrokinesis in the main has cheesed some wins for sure. Winning game 1 against Elves, best feeling. Yeah, we didn't need to draw Muxus this turn. The Matron could have gotten Muxus for us. Now we had 2 lackeys. So it hurts us a little bit that we don't really know what our opponent is doing. Volcanic into cantrips with Wasteland makes me think that they're on Delver, though. And the odds of Lackey connecting on the draw against Delver are pretty low, so I'm just going to shave those. I'm going to keep the Pyrokinesis plan in. Rebs are okay, too. Is Vial too slow? I mean, usually you don't put Chrome Mox and Vial in the same deck. Usually those are 2 different things. Vial is giving you like an additional curve, right? And Chrome Mox is helping you jump the curve. Warren are like Lackey. They are like Lackey, but they can attack into more. So if you have a Warren Instigator and your opponent has a flip Delver, the Warren Instigator can just can still attack. Is one of the differences there. This hand is super slow, but I think we still keep it because the mana is there. Much better. grab Ringleader. Good chance I just want a War Chief next turn, but... Grabbing something to do if they Wasteland me could have been good too. Like grabbing Warren Instigator. Pretty important Wasteland there. And then next turn we can cavern into War Chief. We're still gonna be a little light. Still gonna be a little light on the for a turn 4 Muxus. Is this the last league? It is. It is the last league. I was actually contemplating cutting the stream short early, but here we are. Here we are. We're the last league, and it's 1:30 in the morning. Perfect timing. Really waffled on a land. Well, that could be quite good for us. That's solo though. Doreen is a master of circular breathing, and sometimes she can hold a high-pitched note for a very long period of time. I can circular breathe with the didgeridoo, but it's a little bit different because you're pushing through a lot more air with the didge. So it's impossible to like hold one steady. Instead, you're like doing a loop, like whoa, 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 you know, as you're like breathing in air and pushing out with your cheeks. Huh. That's an attacking Muxus. Attacking Muxus is better than cheating a Muxus into play for sure. So these extra goblins are gonna buff up the Muxus to give me lethal here. The old turn 4 kill. Oh, how about that? How about that? Nice little 3 and 2 there. Yeah. I'm gonna cut out a little bit early. Normally I would play a match of Momir or something to close out the stream and get us to 2 in the morning. But I have that show tomorrow. I have that show. I want to be rested. I'm just gonna cut out, take a shower, get some food, get my sleep on, and then hopefully, ideally, in an ideal world, I'll actually get some sleep tonight, and tomorrow I'll do an early stream.